Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Motivation, the show where we help you align your mind, your body, your heart, and your soul to be able to become the best versions of yourself. Over the past few weeks, we have dived into 4 amazing methods that if used, you will be able to control your emotions. And then we have dived into 3 unbelievable pillars of intention that if used will be able to hold that roof of your house up in your little town called Contentville. And that is where you want to go into. That is the type of place that you want to live. So I hope you are implementing it. Please share with us which one of your methods, which one of your pillars are your favorites. Please share with us so we can understand how it has helped you. And if we have done anything wrong, we can then change it as well, so that we can help you become the best versions of yourself while we try and become the best versions of ourselves. Because the reality is, each one of us is a work in progress. The reality is that each one of us is just trying our best to get through what we need to get through. So don't ever feel disheartened. Don't ever feel despair. Know that the Almighty is watching us, loving us, guiding us, giving us gifts that we cannot even imagine, so that we can be patient, we can be grateful, we can be certain that our Allah is there, and we can do it with the cleanest of intentions and the purest of intentions. The hadith states that every action is judged by its intention. But how many of us truly know what it is to build an intention? I wish there were courses out there that just solely focused on building intention, showing us how to build it, not just verbally say it, not just think it in our minds or a small little feeling in our heart for that moment, but build it and stay firm on that intention, not letting any of the pillars crack, not letting that roof become a bit wobbly, making sure that the house is standing firm, making sure that the house is secure for whatever action that you wanted to do, because it is built with the most beautiful of intentions. And you within that home, creating what you need to create, knowing that those walls are firm and your intention is solid, it will create contentment in your heart, because you are doing it for the right reason. And Allah will make whatever path that you are going on easy, because that intention is there. But in order to hold a roof up, we need to have the 4th wall. And what is this 4th pillar of intention that I am talking about? What is an intention without sincerity? And this is why that wall has the door into that home. Because sincerity is the most vital wall of intention. Sincerity is what decides whether that intention is pure or not. Sincerity is what will change the reward from good to bad, or from bad to good. Small moments of sincerity can change everything. One of my friends told me a story about his ustad. And he was sitting in his class, and someone had knocked on the door. So being the gentleman that he was, he got up and said to his ustad, I'll go and open the door. And the ustad told him, sit down. And the ustad stood up, and he walked to the door. And he opened the door, and he smiled with the guest. He invited the guest in, told the guest to sit down. He had offered him some water. And then he went back to sit at his place. So the student asked the ustad, I could have gotten up and gotten it for you. And the ustad told him, if you had gotten up, you might have just opened the door and let our visitor in. But I got up, and I stood up and I said, Ya Allah, whoever it is, I will welcome them to make you happy. And I opened the door, I received the reward for it. I smiled with the visitor to make him feel welcome. I created an intention that it must be pleasing to Allah. I invited him in. I created an intention that it must be pleasing to Allah. I offered him water. I created an intention that it must be pleasing to Allah. And when I saw that my guest was comfortable, I went and I sat down again. And in all of those moments, I created different intentions and I received different rewards. So the next time, even if it is something as small as opening the door for someone, create intentions all the way round. And the beauty of doing this, small intentions for small actions, is that one, you will get rewarded for it, inshallah. Allah will be pleased with you. But two, just like training, just like going to the gym, the more you do it, the stronger you get. And the stronger you get, the heavier you can push. The same way with the intention, the smaller intentions build you up for the bigger intentions. So when you come to these mighty intentions that you need to make, you've already built yourself up for that. And those walls are solid. And those walls are pushing you. And those walls are making sure that you are secure within it. And there isn't a single crack on any of those walls. But it starts with sincerity. If I were to throw a drop of blood into a glass of milk, we would never drink that milk. And if I were to put a piece of excrement into that milk, we would never drink that milk. Yet Allah in the Quran describes milk as the purest of liquids that comes out between where blood and excrement is situated in a cow. And yet it is so pure because not a drop of blood, not a piece of excrement falls into that milk. That is the purity of the intention and the sincerity that you need to have as an individual. Be very certain that not one drop of insincerity falls into your glass of sincerity. Be very careful that you are sincere in every single thing that you do. Sitting right now with your family around you, smile at them, create an intention. Let that intention give you a reward. Let that intention build you up and make sure that when you walked into your home in Contentville, through the door on which the wall of sincerity sits, you did it with the most pure of all intentions. And as you walked in and you looked around you, and you saw the wall of patience had a small crack on it, you plastered it up and you repainted it. And you made sure that that crack was firm, because you will become a patient individual when you build it on that. And you looked at the wall of gratitude, and there were many cracks there because you forgot what it is to be grateful and what it is that you need to be grateful for. So you work on that again, and you fix that wall up to make sure that that wall is firm and strong. And then you look at the wall of certainty, and you forgot that destiny wasn't in your hands. You forgot that the outcome wasn't in your hands. And that wall really started cracking. So I want you to go back to that wall and make sure that you fix up every single crack or the damp that is coming or anything in that foundation that might not be strong enough. I want you to be able to fix that up, because you need to be certain that whatever was supposed to happen will happen. And then take a look at your wall of sincerity again and ask yourself, in everything that I do, in the businesses that I run, in the dealings that I do, when I meet individuals, ask yourself, am I doing it from a sincere place? My mother once gave me a beautiful piece of advice. And she said that every time you meet an individual, leave them as if it is the last time that you will see them. Now imagine building an intention like that, saying that this might be the last time that I see this individual, or this might be the last time that this individual sees me. And a small moment like that can help you build big intentions Because in that moment, you say, I want to make this person feel welcome. I want to make this person feel important. I want this person to know my character, because all the degrees in the world, and all the money in the world, and everything will not go down with you into the grave. But your character will remain in this world. So if I could leave you with one thing about intentions, is build the intentions of having a good character. And I know the show's name is Motivation, and we need motivation all of the time. But motivation done over a few days put together will give you consistency. And consistency done over a few weeks put together will then give you discipline. And discipline done over a few months put together will give you habits. And habits done over a few years put together will build your character. So build your character on sincere intentions with patience, gratitude, certainty, and sincerity, and watch how the world shapes around you. This is motivation, and let me motivate you.